Hello everyone, I'm Gracia Tasio and this is my weekly astrological prognosis for the week from the 20th to 27th of April. We'll be looking at the 7 days day by day. Just a brief overview of the week. What is happening on the sky is that we're having still this powerful conjunction of Jupiter, Saturn, Mars in the sidereal Capricorn, and because Jupiter is in the first 2 degrees of Capricorn, we are seeing also the influence of Pluto. Pluto and Jupiter were together. Pluto is in the very last degree of Sagittarius, stationary, and Pluto and is influencing with this also the sign of Capricorn. So we're having a very, very complex conjunction, difficult to analyze, but it is difficult to analyze for many reasons. One of the reasons is that this year we are having many powerful, complex, multi-layered, if you want, conjunctions happening on the sky. So it's difficult to distinguish which event is result of which, because they're actually piling up energies. So what is happening is that first we had Saturn with Pluto, we had Mars, Saturn, we had Jupiter, Pluto. What is this? Actually, what we see happening in the world is this execution of power over people. We're seeing this CV illness, which is part of this execution of power, if you want, and manipulation, and this is all due to this very complex conjunction, which are, you see what above, so below. So first events happen on the sky, and then after that they happen in our lives. So nothing is there for a reason, and maybe this is the timing of the awakening of humanity, and this is exactly what is happening. The beauty of these conjunctions, which are pretty difficult, and we experience them as difficult, is that people are awakening, people see truth, people find themselves again, their families. So this is actually the beauty of these conjunctions, which we experience also this week, because you can see in sidereal Capricorn at the beginning of the week, Jupiter is in the 2nd degree of Capricorn, Saturn in the 7th, so you see that they're exchanging energies, and Mars is in the 19th. What is interesting about the degree of Saturn? I will tell you something amazing. The 7th degree of Capricorn is where we're having the horns of the celestial goldfish. This is the Capricorn. And these horns, where we're having now Saturn in his own place, in his own kingdom, Capricorn, is where we're having the powerful, amazing eagle star. This is Altair. Altair is the star which is denoting clairvoyance, mediumship, opening of the eyes, powerful intuition. So, of course, it is very different and varies from horoscope to horoscope, how Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Pluto will influence each one of us, but still, this is like a wonderful ground for awakening. People who are clairvoyant, who have powerful intuition, are becoming even more powerful with their seeing powers. People who are about to awaken are doing that. So there is beauty in this, and beauty, and also we are seeing the truth. We're opening our eyes for the truth. It can be ugly, it can be sad, but this is the truth, and the truth is something very, very beautiful. It comes from God, always comes from God. So the other thing which is wonderful this week still is Venus trining Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. She is our savior. Don't forget to see Venus on the sky, beautiful in the evening sky. Every night I am trying to detect her, and it gives me such a blessing and feeling. Try to experience this. After the sun is setting, shortly after the sun is setting, you'll be able already to detect Venus as an evening star. Aphrodite, she is the one who is giving us the desire to create, the desire to do beauty, the desire to love people. So this is happening. Another thing which is happening, the sun is in its exaltation place. Wonderful for collecting, gathering herbs. Now is the most appropriate moment for you if you like to gather dandelion, for example. And the dandelion is very, very potent in terms of healing the heart, helping the immune system, or any other solar herbs or any herbs that you love. Now is the wonderful timing. Another thing which is happening is when the sun is that powerful in Aries in its hidden place, it is very nice, and to welcome the sun, this gives amazing healing powers. Only if we expose our backs to the rising sun, to the first rays of the rising sun, this is already amazing. All diseases are gone. Another thing, today, actually 20th, 21st, 22nd, we're having the invisible moon. These are the 3 days of the lunar invisibility, which are always a bit difficult, and this is happening in Pisces. Well, during these times, the ancients would spend time in the temple or contemplating or spend times by themselves just to do some work of meditation, spiritual work. This is what these days are appropriate for, not beneficial for anything, neither for to travel if you are allowed to. But and we're having the B sextile happening on the sky. Actually, the B sextile is happening between Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Moon, Mercury, and then towards Venus. So these are 2 sextiles, 2 harmonious aspects which are formed on the sky. This is bringing back some harmony. So we will be still experiencing the scam around us, the manipulation, that's for a fact, and it comes from much more complex reasons, which we know about, of these complex conjunctions, and the heliacal rise of Mars, which happened on such place that he's bringing us now these difficulties, but still we may be able to find harmony, because the moon is in Pisces and Venus is in her own place and Saturn is own place. Actually, when you look from another point of view, there is harmony on the sky. This is the way it must be. This is the way we will be uplifting our vibrations if we can, or becoming more spiritual, finding our higher selves, just work on ourselves, on what we are here to do, finding our purpose. I'm not saying a mission. Mission seems to be a big word, but let's say purpose. So this will be the week from the 20th of April until 27th of April. Now let's see what is happening day by day. On the 20th of April, we are starting with invisible moon. The moon is hidden in the rays of the sun. Still quite far from the sun, but such moon, like I told you, it's not very harmonious for important actions. It's never appropriate for new beginnings. Then they are just never going to reach success. I noticed that. I was in the past, I would think that when I have the knowledge, it's okay. And if I start something new on invisible moon, it's all right, but it isn't. It's not bringing any success, because the invisible moon has different purpose. And it is like enhancing intuition, learning, thinking of really how to help others, because well, the moon in Pisces is about empathy, helping others in whichever way you choose. Also, you know that the lunar god Nanna, like was called in Akkad and Sumer, it was Nanna or Sin. So the lunar god is descending when invisible in the netherworld and doing what wouldn't give attention to our deeds or our activities or our desires, but would take care of the destinies of the dead people. So you see, the lunar god is having another mission, but it's not supporting any action on Earth, but under. Therefore, Monday is the day of the moon, is the 26th lunar day of the waning moon, so you see the moon is almost disappearing, but we can do meditation. We can do meditation to uplift the vibrations of Earth. And this is very important now, because to uplift the vibrations of the earth, or indirectly, we're helping every one of us to reach the level of consciousness which will make us far from fears, anxieties. So this is something that we can do on 20th, 21st, 22nd. This would be something brilliant to do. So, and yes, it's the day of the moon. On this day, we can wear the gemstones of the moon, or purely, or pearls, or work mainly on our intuition. For medical interventions, this day is not appropriate. And then let's see what is happening on 21st of April, 27th lunar day. The moon is in Pisces, conjoined with Mercury, who is also in Pisces, sidereal coordinates, and Tuesday is the day of Mars. Mars is powerful, powerful. Well, when Mars is so powerful, it's good to be a bit careful. Venus is helping very much by aspecting Mars. They are almost in exact harmonious trine. This can make people very emotional. But when Mars is ruling, well, what we can do is direct the Martian energies in a positive way, not via anger or anxiety or aggression, but through these powerful desires to create, for example, which Mars also has. Well, this is what we can do. And also, because Venus is creating harmonious trine. Look how beautiful. Venus is in Taurus, Mars is in Capricorn, exalted, and Venus is in Taurus in her own place. So beautiful trine, which can bring us very nice emotions of creativity and creating beauty. And yes, day of Mars, we can wear red gemstone, red coral, garnet, red carnelian, beautiful, and red, and we can wear red, and we can eat chili peppers. We can devote the day to Mars in a good way, to channel these otherwise difficult Martian energies. And yes, the moon is still invisible with Mercury. Very nice, very good about astrology, very good about any studies. And of course, work of empathy, helping others. This is something that would be wonderful to do. And this is about Tuesday. And no surgical interventions are really not appropriate. Neither is appropriate to travel. And let's see, 22nd of March, Wednesday. Wednesday, 28th lunar day of the waning moon. We're having quite some days of lunar invisibility. Now we're having exact conjunction to a degree between Moon invisible and Mercury. This is quite powerful, working on our minds in a very intuitive way, because the moon is invisible, but conjoined with invisible Mercury in the powerful spiritual degrees in Pisces. Nice. And exactly receiving aspect from Mars, but also from Venus, bisextile on the sky. Good for what? For spiritual awakening, for doing beautiful meditations, for helping Earth to uplift its vibrations, like we said. And it's a day of Mercury, day which is ruled by Mercury, ruler of astrology, ruler of knowledge, Nabu on the sky, the one who is having the scripts with the destinies. He is the one who made the writing system. Well, yes, let's study, let's, not good for new beginnings, not good for communication work, because it may reach nobody, but still very good for uplifting our vibrations. And also, we can wear light green, we can wear green gemstones, emeralds. Soon on 25th of May, I'll be making Mercurian talismans. You can look at my website. They're amazingly beautiful and very nice when it comes to communication, commerce, everything, money, all these things that Mercury is ruling. And surgical interventions, not yet. With invisible moon, rather not. And let's see what is happening on 23rd, which is Thursday. The moon is making exact conjunction with the sun, exactly conjunct with the sun, and receiving the square of Mars. Now, this day is not very harmonious. A bit, let's be cautious on this day. We may not like also very much the events that are taking place in the world, but this moment will pass. Jupiter is ruling. Let's say Jupiter is ruling the day, and he's so benefic and beautiful. Well, what is typical for the days of Jupiter when he's ruling? We can wear colors of Jupiter or eat the fruit of Jupiter, the food also of Jupiter. A peach, for example, is ruled by Jupiter. Corn. And also we can wear these yellow, orange colors. And the gemstone, the most appropriate is, I forgot, yellow sapphire and citrine. And you can look at my Jupiter talismans on my website, which I created when he just became visible. And this was a chance only one time per 12 years. And my talismans became amazingly powerful when I have different responses from people. So, but now in this very moment, Jupiter is not that powerful. His powers are a bit suppressed in Capricorn where he's fallen. However, he is with Saturn, and if Jupiter is about lofty ideals and reviewing the truth, Saturn is about knowledge and restrictions. And this is what is happening now. More and more we will be seeing the truth and we'll be opening our eyes. This is about the day of Jupiter, Thursday, 23rd of April, 29th lunar day. So, well, not appropriate for surgical interventions, neither for new beginnings. If we do some gardening, we can clean the weed. This is appropriate for if we are already doing agriculture work. And then we're having the 24th lunar day of the invisible moon. 24th, excuse me, April 30th lunar day. When we see that the moon is invisible in the 30th day, this is good because we are saying that the moon completed its cycle. So the moon completed the cycle, and this is the cycle of 30. This is the cipher, the number, the sacred number of the moon. So this is okay. We had quite some days of invisible moon, 5. But still the moon completed its cycle, so we may have better lunar month from the beginning of the next lunar month if the moon completed its cycle. This is according to the ancient Babylonian astronomers. So Friday, day of Venus, powerful Venus, trine in Mars, exactly creating a trine. Don't forget to look at Venus on the sky in the evening. She's an evening star. Venus is also harmoniously suppressing a little bit the difficult influences of Saturn and Mars, makes us very emotional, but still she's the savior right now on the sky. You see that when there is difficulty, there is always a solution given by the universe. And this is, I see in Venus, creating beauty, do work of creativity, just anything any activity that is under Venus. We can also wear pink, have beautiful flowers on our clothes, for example. This is also nice. The foods of Venus are sweet apples, many sweet foods. And Fridays, yes, is ruled by Venus. The moon is still invisible, so still not very appropriate to do surgical interventions or new beginnings. We may need to be a bit patient. This week is not very harmonious in this sense. And then on the 25th of April is the first lunar crescent, which is appearing in the very last degrees of Aries. In the very last degrees of Aries. Well, it's a day, still it's a day for courage, for being very brave, for being able to overcome our fears. This is for Saturday, and the day is ruled by Saturn. Good to know, to pay attention, to wear the colors of Saturn: dark blue, black, to eat these blackberries. They're under certain black seed oil to take Nigella sativa for maintaining our immune system. And also, it's good, yes, to have this to have this in mind and organize our diurnal activities, just to organize ourselves, our businesses, and to work on our fears and anxieties, because the placement of the moon will give us courage for sure. And the day is not very appropriate for surgical interventions, but for some which are about not invasive, it could be good. We can plant on this day, or sow seeds on this particular day. And then let's see Sunday, 26th of April, second lunar day. The moon in Aldebaran is very fine for powerful in terms of finances. This is good. And also is conjoining Venus. This is beautiful aspect of doing good to other people. For some business practices is good, and maybe worldwide we will see it a bit better in terms of business, but of course we're following the path of the moon every day. And also this is Saturday. It's good, like every day, to welcome the sun, especially on Saturday, to eat oranges, to wear orange or red colors, to eat the food of the sun, oranges, orange, which will support ourselves, our moods, will fight melancholy, will help our immune systems. So this was about the Sunday, second lunar day of the waxy moon. Medical interventions, some are also possible, and we can do beautiful agriculture work already on this particular day. So this was my brief review of the week to come. Have a very good week. Don't allow any fears, because this is a choice. We are not born with fears. If we are anxious, this is a choice. We can just make a decision not to be anxious, because make a research, we're being heavily manipulated. So have a wonderful week and see you soon.